Welcome back to Hockey Eastern Ontario's Rule of the Week, where each week we take a rule from the Hockey Canada rulebook and break it down for our officials and our coaches and our players so that they can better understand the rule and how it's going to be applied in a game situation. What is the call when there's a gathering in the end zone and defensemen from the attacking team come into the zone? There's a call? Yes, there's actually a call for this. Stay tuned. So today we're going to talk about a rule that we hardly ever see called, particularly at the minor level, but sometimes at the higher levels as well. That is, when there's a gathering in the end zone, the whistle goes, the defense are at the top of the circle and then come in from the top of the circle. Where does the faceoff go? Well, believe it or not, the faceoff has to come outside. Let's show you the rule. So this rule can actually be found under 6.3E, number 6. When a gathering is taking place in the end zone following a stoppage of play, and any player of the attacking team enters into the end zone beyond the top of the faceoff circles after play is stopped, the ensuing faceoff will take place at the nearest faceoff spot in the neutral zone near the blue line of the defending team. So be honest with me, did you know that rule? Some people question, well, why do we have that rule? Well, the spirit is pretty simple, actually. When you have a gathering in front of the net, if teams are 5-on-5, for example, and any player that is not beyond the top of the circle, so those are typically defense persons in those situations, if they're not allowed to come in, that means now that team is going to be shorthanded. It's going to be 5-on-3 in a scuffle. No one wants that, right? So the idea is that you keep those defense back outside the top of the circle, and therefore for teams they would keep the face-off inside in most circumstances, right? Unless of course there's a penalty to their team or something else like that. Once those defense people come in, now you're disadvantaging your team because the face-off should come outside. So who is supposed to catch this? Well, really, it's the linesperson or the referee. Any one of those folks can call it. What I say to linespersons, particularly as you're developing up through the system, is keep an eye on that. When you get into the zone, keep an eye on where those defense people are as you're racing in to get in here to the net. And are they entering after that? Referees should keep an eye on this as well. Let's show you an example of how this is happening in a real game situation. So this is a game here from within Hockey Eastern Ontario. I want you to forget for a second that there's a penalty on delay. What we're really going to focus on here is two players in white. Number 16 in white right here, and I believe this is 81 in white right here. So at the moment that we're going to start the video, the referee has just blown the whistle. Okay, so you'll notice that these two defense persons are actually standing outside of the top of the circle. Okay, so they're in the position outside the top of the circle when the whistle goes. But what we're going to see is there's a gathering in front here in the end zone, and I want you to watch what these two players do. So you'll see 16 now goes beyond the top of the circle. He's in. 81 is now coming in as well. It doesn't matter if there's a penalty called here or not. Those players are not allowed to be in there. If the whistle goes and they are already at the top of the circle, they're not allowed to come into the zone if there's a gathering that takes place, okay? If they're already in there, it's fine. But if they're outside of that top of the circle, they're not allowed to come in after. So in this case, the face-off will actually take place outside of the green team's end zone. So it'll be in the neutral zone outside of the green team's end zone. So there you have it, a short one for this week. So basically something to look out for if you're a linesperson or a referee. If there is a gathering, there does not have to be a penalty, but if there's a gathering in the end zone and the defense persons or any player on that opposing team, on the attacking team, is actually outside of or at the top of the circle, they are not allowed to come in. Okay, even if there's no penalty, if there is a penalty, the second they do that, the face-off is going to come automatically outside the zones. As always, if you have any questions about this video or any of the videos in our series, please do not hesitate to reach out and contact me. My contact information is below. You can also reach out to your local association referee-in-chief or your district referee-in-chief. Finally, don't hesitate to reach out to John Reed. He is the referee-in-chief of Hockey Eastern Ontario, and his contact information is below as well. Before we go, just a reminder to please like this video and subscribe if you like the content, and share it with your family and friends so that they can get this content as well. Our goal here is to educate folks about the rules of hockey so that our communication is better and we all have a better understanding of this great game that we all love. Until next week, have a safe and wonderful week, and we'll see you back here real soon. All the best.